think, yes, we're live. Great. Hi, thank you for joining me. Welcome to my daily, actually, I'm trying, this is an experiment. Apparently my voice has been too low, so I'm going to see if it makes a difference. So hold on a second, just putting this in. Okay, hopefully you can hear me louder now. All right. Hi, thanks for joining me. Welcome to my daily Facebook Live. My name is Barry Selby. This is Messages from the Masculine number 111. And thanks for being here. Thanks for joining me. My name, as I said, is Barry Selby. I am basically, simply put, a passionate champion for the divine feminine, and also a best-selling author, speaker, and a wow, getting people from all over the world watching. This is kind of fun. Best-selling author, speaker, and relationship attraction expert for strong, successful business women looking for balance in love, life, and business. And I was actually at a workshop today, finding out about a new seminar that I might go check out. We'll see. But I met a woman there who's very busy entrepreneur in the real estate industry, and she was lamenting how she's seeing all these men on the dating apps with basically the same profile content. The wording, not the pictures, obviously, at least hopefully not, but the pictures, which is like, oh joy. And she also found, to be honest, profiles with no copy whatsoever, nothing written at all, just pictures, which is like crazy. But I said to her that the problem is, if you do have an issue with what's going on the dating apps, is you're actually too close to the fire, as it were. I've got to find a way of putting it. Basically, what I'm attempting to say here is that your path, ladies, to attract a relationship is in the ability to attract, as I just said. Attract twice. Hopefully that made the point. Most people, men and women, are now resorting to, or making first choice and first dibs on, pick up their smartphone and look at the dating apps, which is fine once you've done the prior work. Now, what's the prior work, you may be wondering? Are you wondering? I hope you are. So, the dating apps are just another vehicle, another vessel through which you can go ahead and meet somebody. Same as going to a bar, going to a matchmaking service, going to a dating site. It's really the same thing. They're just tools, or I should say vehicles, to get you from where you are to where you want to go. However, and there's a very big however, particularly for the ladies, is that, truthfully, your transportation to get you where you want to go is the last thing you should focus on. Yes, the last thing you should focus on. I don't sound like a broken record, but I need to repeat that. To break this down simply in the most direct way for men and women, we men, particularly in the masculine, are the hunters. We go pursuing, looking for the goal to achieve it and succeed in attracting it, whether that's a career, a result, or a relationship. But you ladies have a bad habit of copying the men, and it's not healthy, because what you're doing is being in your masculine to do it, which is actually emasculating the men, because there's only room in the relationship for one masculine energy, and only room for relationship for one feminine energy. And if you're both in the masculine, in romantic parts, it doesn't work. It's like banging heads together. There's no real attraction, frankly. It's competition. And it's not fun. It could be sexy for a minute. That's a whole other conversation, but I'm not going there. So, ladies, what do? What you do, ladies, is actually turn within, as it were. It sounds very spiritual saying that. But but what I want to say is that your true power isn't in hunting like the men. In fact, it's the weakest thing you can do. Yes, the weakest thing you can do. The true power you have in your feminine heart, ladies, is the ability to attract what you want. And this is the true secret, in a way. What's the true power that you have to get what you want? So what do I mean by this? Let's say in simple terms. Ladies, have you been looking at what's the saying? Have you ever felt? Sorry, I'm getting notifications on my screen because I didn't hit Do Not Disturb, so it's distracting me from what I'm trying to say. So let me get on point, and I'll get rid of those distraction things that are in the way. Ladies, when you were young girls, did you remember having this dream of Prince Charming, this vision of relationship, desire of this man would come and take you away from all this? Maybe when you were early teens, perhaps, or maybe not when that young. the reality is you actually were tapping into something right then that you didn't know. And that is that you were tapping into this idea of what you wanted and started to create attraction for it. But you didn't follow it through, at least most women don't, because you're a kid, you don't think about that stuff. You have this fantasy, this vision, which is wonderful. But as an adult woman, your true feminine strength is your gift, ability, and mastery at attracting to yourself what you really want. Yes, attracting what you want. So I'm going to break down for you what that means in a second, but I want to make sure you get this clearly. Because the masculine energy is out there pushing, making things happen, going for something, being the pursuer. The feminine energy is the pulling in, attracting, desiring, and bringing into yourself what you want. That's the real polarity of what masculine and feminine is about. One of the polarities, rather. There's lots of aspects to the masculine and feminine polarity. So, what do? You still do you? Okay. I'm not sure I pronounce it. Gestana? Gustina. I'm going to get the name right there. It's quite an international crowd watching today, it seems like. Yeah, so stop it. I'll say it that way. Many women, I know, because a lot of my clients are this way, have been programmed in a way or have been taken on by society's rules to copy what the men do. Because all the marketing... Justina, thank you for letting me say it. Thank you for giving me your name phonetically so I can say it. Thank you. By the way, watching on YouTube, this is actually a Facebook Live talk first, so I'm actually responding to comments on the screen that you can't see. So if you're watching on YouTube, sorry. You ladies have been trained, especially if you're business savvy, strong women out in the world getting things done, you're actually driven to do things like the men to compete because the business world is a masculine-oriented environment. And so the dating scene is actually different from that, but most women are trained to think the same way the men do in that arena, which is incorrect. Because when you start pursuing the men, you take away their balls, put it simply. And most men don't realize it's happening until it's too late. Been there, done that. Yes, I have. What times did I want to talk about now? So, what should you do differently? Ladies, your power. And it's part of the journey with my clients in all the times I work with them, is helping them remember and reconnect to their feminine heart. Because for many of them, they've lived so much in their masculine mindset that they've actually shut down their heart. It's been closed off for so long, they've forgotten how to get back in there. So part of my work is helping them reopen that space inside to really remember the power of grace they have within them. When you've done that, because it is kind of the first step, the next piece is to start building what I would say your vision of what you want to attract. And really it's kind of your it's your picture, but it's also your feeling of what that is you want. Because ladies, when you're in your feminine, the power you have of energetics, let me say it this way. The masculine energy is about getting things done or about completion, ending and being empty. The feminine energy is about expressing and filling up and being fulfilled energetically. That energy is extremely powerful. Because what you can do with it is, well, let me hold on to the energy. I'll get back to it in a second. I'm jumping ahead because I'm putting right order. So, first step is getting back to your feminine heart, to connect to who you are and your feminine strength and gifts. So you don't pursue anymore. You left the action-oriented goal to get a relationship a few years ago. Well, that's the thing, is that if you didn't pursue that relationship, good. If you did pursue that relationship, maybe you took his strength away from him. You sapped his strength away, like Samson and Delilah sort of thing. Interesting metaphor. Okay, anyway, back on track. So ladies, your strength, your gift is an ability to attract. How do you do that? It really is a chance for you to create a multi-sensory image, experience, and expression of what you want to attract in a relationship. So in my program, I've got an 8-week program called Attract the Man You Want, which does what it says. The first step is to create a vision board. Actually, that's the second step. I won't take the first step, it's another story. But the second step is to create a vision board. The next 6 weeks is to put the energy and the feeling level of what you have about your relationship into that vision and walking into it so you actually embody the vision of what you have. Because the challenge is that when you create a vision board, for many people out there, particularly women as well, you create a vision board and you make this nice big chart of what you want. And for a start, most people do vision boards wrong. And actually, my program explains how to do it the right way. You put them up on the wall, and then you happily forget about them. It doesn't do you any good that way. First of all, a vision board has to be done right. Secondly, vision board has to be regularly viewed and embraced. Thirdly, and most importantly, that vision board needs to be transformed into a multi-dimensional, yes, multi-dimensional, as in 3- and 4-dimensional experience. Because the vision board is flat. It's 2 dimensions. 3 dimensions is to make it deeper and have a sense of an imagery, which is basically to bring on the image, the vision, and the intention of what you want to create. So you actually you see a picture of it in 3 dimensions. 4 dimensions, that's time. And in my program, I actually have steps to take you into the vision as if it has been running for some time and experiencing what it feels like to go there. Yes, this is a seriously deep journey you go through with this program. But what I'm attempting to say to you is that if you have a desire to create a relationship you really want to have, you start with your feminine connection to yourself. You then have a vision of what you want to attract. Oh, and the energy I talked about earlier, the energy that you actually are embracing, that is all your expression that you fill up with, that goes through the vision into what you want to create. It becomes the fuel and the lubrication, perhaps, of that vision you want to attract. When you do that, you will change the paradigm of your dating experience. Once you've done that vision, you can go back on your dating apps, Tinder, whatever you want to use, dating sites, go in bars, whatever, because now you'll have a sense not only of what you're really looking for, but also what doesn't fit. So when you're browsing through those profiles, swiping them as you were, or on a dating site clicking on profiles, or you're at a bar or a social environment engagement looking at all the men, you'll be able to feel, yes, you'll be able to feel what lines up and what doesn't. And that will eliminate 90% of the people you don't want to be around. It's kind of easy that way. But it starts with you having the vision inside, because that becomes your vibratory frequency, if you want to call it that, or it's kind of your filter in a way of what matches you and what doesn't. When it doesn't match, it doesn't come through. When it does match, it comes through, and you can see if that's what you want. It's kind of easy that way. So I want to make sure that I got this information out to you, because it was in my mind, because I was talking to this woman earlier today about her challenges in the dating life, and I said, you know, the truth is you need to step back from that. Yes, take time to step back and turn inward in a way, to be in a place where you truly get clear about your heart's desire, and then you learn how to express it, create it, and then attract it the way you truly want. So that's it. That was kind of what I wanted to say today to get this message out there. Hopefully this has been of use to you, as a benefit. This is meant to be a brief, actually this is kind of a brief Facebook Live. I didn't want to do a really long one because I actually have places to go tonight. But I was at this event today and I was talking to somebody afterwards, and that's inspired this topic to talk about today. So that's it. If you're just joining, please go back and watch it from the beginning. If you have any questions or any thoughts, please put in the comments below. I'll get back to you. If you want to get support and assistance, please message me directly. If you're on YouTube, you can message me over YouTube as well. And if you want to see the other broadcasts, this is number 111, by the way, Messages from the Masculine. 110, and this one, well, thank you, Justin. I appreciate that. So coming from a guy, but I appreciate it, and it still resonates. Well, the thing is, for us men, our role is to be the pursuers, the hunters. But if we start doing the vision boards too, it doesn't hurt, because it gives us a vision of what we want to start looking for. It's like mocking up our target in a way. So we can use vision boards too, by the way, just for the men watching. But ladies, when you do the same thing we do, you cut our balls off. It's kind of the way it is. So don't chase the men. Doesn't do them any good. I went through that literally when a woman asked me out. I was so happy, and then I found out what the price was I was paying. So highly recommend you do things differently. So having said that, if you're not watching my other broadcasts, they are on my business page on Facebook. They're also on YouTube under Message from the Masculine playlist under my name, which is my YouTube channel. And also if you go to my website, which is barryselby.com, you can look at the video blog, which has all of my Facebook Lives, all 110, plus this one's number 111, and go up tonight. And also, if you want to look at the Attract the Man You Want program, it's on there as well. So hopefully that helps you. Give you some insight, some inspiration, and some thoughts about how you can best pursue and attract the right relationship. Not necessarily in that order. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll be back in tomorrow, number 112. Take care of yourselves as always, and I'll see you again tomorrow.